Hello everyone, it's Cynthia with Including You Journals. Today I'd like to share a pocket. I believe it's different from anything that I've seen. I haven't seen it anywhere. There are so many people making YouTube videos about junk journaling, card making, that there may be something out there like this. I don't care about being the first. I just am trying to find something different so that as I contribute to YouTube, I'm not having people watch the same old. But today, this is my something a little different. Typically, I use these pockets in the journals that I create. And they're very easy to make. They're easy to purchase. I buy some at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure there are other places from which they could be purchased to use, but I love these in a junk journal. So here's what our finished product might look like. This is already on a journal page, and it is simply just a paper that I found, again, either on Pixabay or on Graphics Fairy. I glued it to either cardstock or another piece of paper to make it stronger so that it would be like a pocket of thickness and not tear easily. And that's exactly what I've created by gluing here and here. Then all of this area is left open for me to use as a pocket. And this particular flower is included in my, what journal is this? The one that is, let's see, which one I picked up? Yeah, I picked up the Wilhelmina journal, and this particular flower is actually in that digital journal kit. So I will pull this back and show this to you later. But first I want to show you how I actually create it. I will simply print off a page like so, and choose then the flower, or it might not even be a flower. It could be a shoe or a guitar, something that would be an object that I would want to include in my journal as a theme, a butterfly possibly, and then I would simply glue whatever paper I would want the person to use to write on. If I'm using it as a journal card, typically I'm using this as a pocket. So it doesn't have to be anything, and I'm actually changing my mind as to what I'm going to glue to the back of this. Instead of using this piece of straw paper, I think it would be wasted if I used that. So I'm going to change that out. I'm going to flip this over. And I don't think you can see this underneath, but the flowers, these two at the bottom, are the ones that I'm choosing to use, and I can see the outline of them. So what I'm going to do is I would just simply take a glue stick, primarily is what I would use, and I really dope it up because I do not want this coming off. And yes, it's going to make it a little wet, and I will need to let it dry even before I begin cutting. But instead of gluing the entire page, I only glue the back of the area of the flowers that I'm going to cut out. And this piece of paper will add to their thickness and help them to be more of a cardstock type of thickness to use as a pocket. All right, I'm not going to take the time to cut this out. I'm going to show you different ones. I don't mind watching people cut or distress, or even the process. And if that's what you're looking for, I apologize to you. I'm just simply trying to give you an idea of what you can, once you see this on the video. This will be a quick one today. Once you see this, maybe it will give you an idea of something that you can create on your own. Okay. After I have glued the papers, I will simply cut out what I want to do. And here you can see that I have begun cutting apart the flowers. This, I just used coffee paper, coffee stain paper, and I have already begun the process of cutting this. And I'm just going to finish the fussy cut of it. I didn't think it would be too much for you to watch just that little bit, but give you an idea. I love the edges of a flower, a butterfly. I have used a milk pail, picture of a milk pail before, to create as a pocket. I even created a beach journal once, and I used flip-flops in the same manner for a young lady who appreciated that quite a bit. Now you can see this is thicker. It is going to last as a pocket and not be easily torn as just one page of paper would be. Again, you could print this out on cardstock and you wouldn't have to glue something to the back side to make it thicker. Again, if you really want it thick, you could do cardstock and then add more to it as well. That would be okay also. And then here, excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show you this in the journal. Same page here just so that you can see the two together. And I would glue along here using art glitter glue because I can put this in a thinner tip here, and I like how that it would just go quickly and not cover a large area. It would cover a small area. I can get the art glitter glue in the places that I want it. I would glue it on the back of the pocket along the edges here and along so here. Tack it down in the bottom, and then I would have another pocket right here. And if you think these are going to get in the way and easily torn, I don't have any problem with that. My cards will go in from the top or from the side, and there's just no, you can see it's not catching at all. And I really think it's just a lovely way to have a pocket in a journal. And if by any chance someone else out there is doing this, let's mention them and give them credit. I certainly don't want to take credit for this at all, other than just to show something totally different that maybe someone else hasn't thought of. And this is the flower that is in the journal that I began with. This is one of the digi pages there. I'm still learning to do my digitals. I create in Google Docs. I would love to show how I create my digitals. If anyone is interested in a Google Docs presentation, I would love to do that, but I'd like for you to let me know. Again, this is the same as what was used in the journal. And I've glued the paper just up where the pockets are. I would cut them apart, glue them in the journal. So you have the idea then of how I go about that and what the finished product is and how lovely it actually is. I'm going to pull the journal back down here and show you that I also purchase florals and other types of cardstock elements from Hobby Lobby. We have a Hobby Lobby in my town and I love to go there. I don't have a Michael's. I know that there are Michaels out there that can be used as well, but I just simply buy these in a little cellophane bag. They are where all of the stickers and the other types of ephemera are for scrapbooking and journal making. Again, I would just simply glue along this edge here and down along the bottom petals, and then I would have another tuck spot here, or a pocket if you choose. Quickly another one. They are just so pretty on a journal page in a book. They're simple, they're elegant, and you can turn this so that the leaves are going up the page and the flower is out this way, and have it fixed. These would be lovely in any journal. And then some more modern type flowers I also found. These work well. Again, I love these pieces sticking up and out. They don't catch. It's easy to go in and out of the pocket this way without tearing anything. And these are much thicker. You can see they are, 2 or 3 ply maybe of a cardstock. I'm not sure, but they're thicker. There's one last element of making and creating this type of pocket I would really love to show you that I like. I have found over the years, as I have watched journal creators making pockets, how they would use a pocket here and maybe attach a floral or a butterfly or a bird and worry about cutting off if you're making, everyone's making Christmas journals at this time of the year, it seems. We cut their feet off, or we cut their knapsack off, or the butterfly, we might cut the wing off. And I found myself one day going, oh no, don't cut it off, just let it hang there. And so let me show you how I'm going to do that. Again, I am not using the light copied paper here. I have glued another piece of paper onto the back, and I am going to see what part I don't need to glue. I'm going to glue heavily so that it stays onto my card, either my journal card or my pocket, depending on what I'm making. I think I would use this as a pocket for, at least for this demonstration. Now, instead of clipping off the butterfly's, part of the butterfly's wing, I'm going to make sure I have him glued down to the edge. Okay, I believe he's down now. And because I have added another piece of paper, I have made this now like cardstock. So I've got a good thickness there. I'm going to leave my card exactly like it is. I'm not going to cut off the wing. If it were a Santa, I don't have to cut off his foot. I think this is a cool thing. Just look at it and see what you think. You may not like this at all, but I would simply come in, and I'm not going to glue this in my journal because this is a finished journal, but I would glue along this edge and along the bottom edge for a little tuck spot, and here along these two edges, leaving this butterfly wing out. And now I have a tuck spot, and my card can go in from the top or from the side, or both, and still I retain this butterfly wing. I love that. If you like it, maybe it will give you an idea to go with something else there. If you don't care for it, no problem. Maybe you don't even like these. Maybe you just want a simple card for a pocket that would either fit this way or whatever, decorated and not have wings or flower pieces sticking off of them. We make those every day. Please feel free to continue doing that. It's just a new idea, just a little something different that I hope I can inspire you with. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next video. Hope you will come back. I hope you're doing well. Have a great day. Bye.